stream to Facebook today? I suspect the answer is no. I suspect. Getting a big old handful of pills together. My omega-3s and mushroom pills and my vitamin B to try to keep my energy up. I feel like that episode of Rick and Morty where, oh, somebody's not eating all their pills. Oh, I had big pills for lunch. That's what I feel like right now. I had big pills for breakfast. I'm just curious if Facebook is actually streaming right now. Doesn't look like it. Boo hiss. I mean, the odds were pretty much not in my favor, but I had to try. I know, I try it periodically because, hey, Charmed, how's it going? For reasons. And then, not that the camera has been working. Let's see. No. So the camera is getting an error message. I don't know if people are like excuse me. I don't know if anyone out there is more computer savvy or whatever, but I'm getting an error 10 or a code 10 failure notice, and then it goes on to tell me that let me just look it up exactly. I'm gonna see if I can get this fixed. Apparently Remington plugged it into his laptop and had zero problems, so whatever it is, it's definitely a me issue in here. I've tried updating the driver, I've disabled it, turned it back on, etc. There we go, here's my message. But it won't activate. So I'll have to fiddle around, I guess, unless somebody else happens to have an idea. But I figured I'd ask Shoe and Beef, and those two both currently sort of at least work in an IT environment. Beef does, for sure. Alright. So I'm trying to unclear my mind of whimsy here. My left eye, per usual, is starting to become problematic. Get rid of this. Just have to rebuild my put that back in its Payne's place box. my box labeled pain and shove it way, way back there. Alright, where were we? This is not the button we want. This is the button we want. Sort of, actually. The real button I need comes from a different place. Page that is closed. Just open this in a different tab, please. Thank you. Alright. So let's pull this up and take a look at what our main goal is for today. Oh. Alright. Desire in the Dark, Graveyard Shift, Records of the Past. This is Mines at Thesamar. Yeah, so I think that's probably where we need to get started, right? Let's pause some playbacks. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Strange. Alright. So, Mines of Thesamar, we have 21 Resurrection Scrolls. Seems fine. We have 45 Heal Scrolls. That seems fine. We have 41 minutes left on Nina. Do we have a spare Nina? We do not. Yeah, a little bit of a late start, Emerald Eye. I was trying to get my camera to work. If you happen to know anything about, like, if you are a techie person and you recognize that code, let me know. The old camera was plug and play, but yes, I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it, I disabled the device, turned it off, restarted the computer, turned the computer back off again, restarted the computer with the device enabled. Like, I kind of went through the checklist of, I don't know, the top 5 or 6 different things on your Google search on how to troubleshoot it. The line that kind of messes me up is, a process has requested access to an object but has not been granted those access rights. That's the line that I'm trying to kind of... I imagine whatever it is, that is what's hanging this up. I mean, it's not a big deal right now. It would be nice if I could figure out how to get it fixed, soon, so we can have the webcam back. There's some streams that I would very much like to be able to do, but I need the webcam working to kind of do them right. God, my inventory is a disaster. Alright. So yeah, I think we'll do the Mines at Thesamar. We'll try to record them in order. Which I honestly don't know, because I always do them the way that I do them. Okay, I'll be here. Be here recording videos, I think, is what we're going to do most of today. I am going to message Beef, though, before we get started. If you found a link, go ahead and post it. Links should post. Until people abuse that right, we will continue to do our best to allow that right. Let's take a look and I'll read through this here. Okay, we restarted the computer. The device I changed is it. I can remove the device and it goes away, obviously. I reinstalled the drivers. I've run an updated Windows 10 drivers check as well. Installed the latest Windows update. Delete the upper filters and the lower filter values in the registry. Okay, well I don't know what that is. Alright, so we'll keep this, we'll keep that side open for later. I don't have an older version of the driver because it's a plug-and-play one. Yeah, I checked Windows, and I checked the company website. I did eventually find some manufacturer's drivers, and I put those on, and nothing. Try repair, install a Windows. I haven't tried that. Alright. Well, we'll run through a couple other of these options later. We'll see if B for shoe. I send shoe the same message here. We'll see if either one of them comes up with a possible response. We'll go from there. Tobrell may also have an idea if he pops into someplace later. Alright. Again, take your time. Don't stress over it. I'm not going to stress over it too much. I would really like it to work is all. I mean, otherwise I'm sending it back to Amazon with a nasty note, and I don't think that's necessarily the nicest thing for them. Alright, let's get this party started, shall we? Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time, the third time, for another Road Least Traveled video. Today we're going to be working on the Mine at Tethamar quest. I think that's how you pronounce them, Tethamar. And we're going to be going through the quests, probably in a series of separate videos. But this one is the third time's a charm. Let's get started. One or two of these I actually feel like I know pretty well. This one, I don't know if this is one of the ones that I know very well. But grave work I've run quite a bit. I really like that cloak. The look of the cloak anyway. I finally pulled one on the hardcore server, so I haven't been worried about it too much since then. Give me a prayer. Hook me up with a prayer. But, there we go. I'm like, I talked to her. Should the door open? The answer is yes, the door should open. But yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Alright, if I remember correctly, it's like an ambush right here. So let's be ready. Oh yeah. Look at that. A bunch of drow even. Well, that's basically what this quest is, though. Oh, I know what I didn't do again. First quest of the day. We should have aggro established to the point where we can have our hireling give us a heal, hopefully. At least she'll... we'll just ask her to. There we go. I never liked drinking, quote-unquote, drinking potions, asking the hireling for heal in combat, if I can help it, but... alas, that was the dead way. But I actually get most of those guys caught in the web. Nice. And my web is back here. Alright, fresh web down more in the... This is a strange technique, knowing that the webs are going to go away pretty early, but going back and forth casting your webs so when they do pop out, you'll know where they're going to be. That fight went a little better than the last one, I think. Alright.
A set of large, deep tracks lead off to the west.
Okay. Well, Spot says go west, so... Ah, defeat the ambush. I suspect that's going to turn into a big mess in front of us. Alright. I had to pause for a moment there to blow my honker. Alright, there's a wall, so I don't think we're going to get an ambush from this side. Oh, I was wrong. Beset on all sides. But again, we should have aggro established at least, so... Assuming that we can get a little bit of loving occasionally here from our pocket rocket friend. Well, that cone breath was a little bit tardy, right? Alright, should we keep going west or go through the obvious doors? Let's go through the obvious door. How hard is it to find a bottle? Guess that would depend on what kind of bottle you're trying to find, my friend. You know what? There's a nasty caster somewhere. Let's... take a second and clear this mess. There he is. Found you. Guess, was it her? I don't know. Hard to tell. Alright. Let our hireling Woglings start walking up here. There's only 2 guys up there, but one is a champ. Yeah, let's walk around the corner, get a heal. Maybe even 2.
You find
Alright. So we got a fungus over here, we got some water.
down matches the lock on the gate.
Nothing targetable down there, so let's move around this direction. Locate the captured dwarves. Oh, I know this one.
The cave walls.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some like woggling back and forth here.
Doors to the
Woggling is a lot like walking, except it's where you do a quest. Woggle. Don't overthink it. All the great adventurers woggle. Fire off our As long as this quest is balanced slightly better than the optional and search and rescue, we'll be fine. Might be steady wins the race, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I think that door is locked. Maybe it's not, but I think we have to go this way first. Come on. On the button I wanted to hit, I wanted to web. What? Can I die? Before we run around here, let's I suspect there'll be a shrine at the end of this hallway and a lever. And by suspect, I mean I half remember such a thing, so I'm not going to worry too much about firing off the no holes here. Holds?
southern door of this barracks is adorned by 2
Mysterious lever, you say? Seems familiar. Look, and a light. And another mysterious hallway. I don't see any drow in here, though. Alright, step over to the side. Be a little bit more cautious.
drow officer defiantly guards this chamber.
There's a champ named guy. He ran out of constitution, went to sleep. Darn. almost like I remember the quest. Not quite, but close. Is there not a lever here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Like, there has to be a lever, right? Yeah, there we go. Nina. You can also shrine. I was just trying you first and cast buffs on you, but that's alright. Okay. We're about to whip up another. Yep, there's the sigil that, or rune or whatever that shows you that it's locked.
Beyond the door lies a long corridor that travels deep into destruction.
This is too much like that optional. I'm freaking out a little bit. For those of you who didn't see it, the search and rescue optional was the majority of the video over on the series, on the tutorial video. It's definitely worth checking out. It was a great optional to watch and or do exactly one time. Ready to go back? Maybe. I need to remember to make another set of bolts when we're done with this fight. Stone Guard do a bunch of extra acid damage. That is not fun. Ah, he's a hero guard. Hero soul. That would be why he could do whatever he wants. Evil drow scum. My apologies. My nose decided that it wanted my attention. I get it, we're in a fantasy realm, but how many people just station, like, randomly 10 guards stealthed in a hallway? And then another 60 feet away, the same thing. Two, sure. I could see two. Maybe even 4. 4 seems a little extreme also. But man. 10 dudes? 10 guys just hiding in the shadows? Alright. I need to remake bolts before we forget. Like, clearly there's going to be another batch of guys right there, right? So we should just... Oh my goodness, there wasn't. They were here, of course. Everybody else is ranged. Little bottle from the bottle for my little boy. He put it somewhere in the house, and it's nowhere to find. Ninja things can ninja for sure. Especially when small children are involved. So a news story from Oklahoma the last couple of days. A 2-year-old apparently was at his grandmother's house, which is basically next door to his parents' house. Like, they lived pretty much next door. And the story that I understand is that this 2-year-old kid went to go get a toy from his house. And that was 11 o'clock in the morning. And he just wandered off. Apparently it is extremely mountainous. Not mountainous, but hillious. Rough region with lots of trees and shrubbery and overbush and stuff like that. Apparently he wandered off and was missing for something like 26 hours or something. They eventually found him like a mile and a half away from the house or something. They had search parties out since he was reported missing, basically. Search helicopters with infrared cameras, the nines. Search dogs, searching a square pattern. Couldn't find this kid. Now again, it's possible this kid wandered off a little bit and then wandered back or whatever, but yeah, my wife was telling me about it. So if that's a 2-year-old, I can imagine what a 2-year-old could do to a bottle. Could be problematic. I don't want to get too low and just assume that the hireling is actually going to heal me, because she was healing me earlier, but that must be blocked somewhere. Oh no, he just wasn't taking damage until now. Yeah, it does indeed. Oh, there's a light right there. I bet that light was stopping our bolts. Alright. Bunch of lava. That looks like a place. The triggering mechanics for that happen to be it's walking across the bridge, boys. So it looks like Memory of Flight saving us a little bit of fighting. Now watch, there'll be an invisible quest objective for killing those guys. We'll have to go back and kill them anyway. I don't think there is, but don't know well enough to guarantee it. Alright, we're actually entering the hand-dug portion of the quest here pretty soon. Then we'll see the miners pretty quickly after that, and then the infight, I believe. Not too bad. Also keep in mind that we've definitely burned at least a couple of minutes off of the time here because of stopping to blow my nose. So also a factor. Lever is locked. Can I unlock it? I'll be picked. Hello! Let's see if this unlocks that lever. I imagine it's going to. So many doors are locked to the souls of our followers or enemies. Oh, look at there! As we theorized, had to go back. Unwritten Pip. This policeman just wore off. I'll let that back. And I'm kind of just walking back close to the hireling. I did not receive the heal, little lady. There we go. There's a nasty group right there. Demon and a light bright. Not a combination that I would be particularly fond of. Alright, come on.
Drag marks and speed off to the south.
Oh, left over my web, huh? See how it is. Trying to keep things in the webs whenever possible here. It is possible that I should slot good alignment in our crossbow here. I just don't know how much I'll actually use it outside of these training videos, but maybe it would be a good idea. But pun not intended, I guess. There's a couple guys in weird angles, but pile of junk right there too. Alright, let's throw a dancing ball here. Something lasts a little longer than the webs. Good love. Set her to attack mode and see if she can keep us healed through this nonsense. Do our best to maintain aggro. Spread things out and cast the equivalent of our cleaves, aka whatever AoE spells we happen to have. Got a huckleberry. Put it down. Do these guardians fire off negative energy bursts? Is that what's going on? Wonder. And I wonder. 4 minutes left on some of our longer spells. A couple of spiders and a doorway. Man, isn't it odd when it's refreshing to find a spider the size of, like, a large dog? Oh, man, so nice. Spider a little bigger than waist high. Oh, man. Glad I could go back to the days of just fighting giant spiders. Alright, so the doorway over here, I don't see a lever, so we probably it's either blocked or we have to negotiate around a different direction. There's no spiders here, I'm going to shoot everything. Mark, that's a tough one. Another light bright. Also a tough one. Alright, I feel like I was incorrect. I'm done with the giant spiders now. Defeat the priestess and her guards. Looks like her guards are a bunch of spiders. My wife does too. She doesn't like spiders. Someone got a reckoning. Infernal Spellcaster means kill it fast. It's too easy for those things to have like extra spell damage and big old dots. All sorts of nonsense that we're not into. Yeah, here's a lever that opens that door. Hey, here's another spider. Look at you just hanging out, not doing nothing. Actually, we're going to do this different. I'm going to go ahead and shrine her first. And then I'll cast a few buffs on her just to make her last a little longer. So I'm pretty sure we're almost to the end now. I don't think there's too much quest left here. But I could be incorrect. I'd rather have the... rather err on the side of caution. While we're at it, how's our... we got 2,000, just 2,000. Let's make sure we have a spare. 3,000. I like to have a buffer. It's very embarrassing when I run out of bolts. Where is this quest? It's in the mines at that Tessamar, which is inside Forgotten Realms, so... They had a big push to put a bunch of like level 15 quests in the game a long time ago, right after the, not right after, but relatively after they started putting out the Iconics, and they put a bunch of quests on the Eberron side. And this is a chain that came out not too long ago. I don't think too many people run it very often, but it actually has some very, very good cloaks in it. I'm trying to think if there's like much else in here except for the cloaks. I don't think so. Most of the most sought after items that I know are the cloaks. Yeah, here's the dwarves. They'll be located anyway, but we can't free them until we defeat their slave master. And I believe also there's a little bit of an optional for killing the slave master without hurting any slaves, which can make an interesting encounter here. Definitely maximize our... Yeah, see, we can't free those guys directly. Ooh, Elemental Fury, that guy's a bad man right there. Was doing some R4s with Tobrel last night out in Shard, and the things that was actually causing problems were the elemental duders. There's just so much more damage plus the dot that can get really, really hairy. Hello? You don't like to buy a magazine? No. I didn't see a sign about no solicitations though, so can't be that bad. On that, we're gonna have to pause again to blow our nose. I think we're gonna end up adding like 5 minutes to the quest time with me just blowing my bloody nose. I do apologize for that, but we are having all sorts of May showers, late April showers rolling through here in Kansas right now. I am allergic to cold fronts. Oh. Alright. Actually conserved our shrine. Alright, so we have this pile of trash. We have these guys we don't want to hurt. And then, like I said, there's an optional that comes out of the sky. Or not an optional, the boss comes out of the sky. Alright, so it's web, dancing ball, more web, dancing ball again. And I don't know if we're going to be able to keep every dwarf alive here, but... get away with. I do really like the Umberholt's dance. Alright, speaking of, let's throw another dancing ball. Oop. It's like the guy I wanted to shoot, except not at all. Alright, I think we have everything mad at us. Should be pretty simple now. We've got the pew pew. Nice. Alright, we get to loot our sweet chest. Again, I don't know what's exactly in here. But oh, we do have 9 shards, but I don't think we're gonna re-roll any of these. And then we need to talk to this chick to finish the quest. Inez, not bad. It did take us 38 minutes, but again, I feel like I spent at least 5 or more minutes blowing my nose, so seems like it should be alright. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please interact with it in some way. I appreciate it. Thumbs up button is great. Leaving messages in the chat box is also acceptable. But, yeah, we'll see you again real soon. Toodles. Alright. From what I saw watching the quest I was watching, there was a total of death count of 4 or 5. Not of the dwarves. The dwarves we kept alive. But also they're talking about those 4 dwarves in the end fight. Alright. Beef says, typically device hardwares is a fail reason string value, which is what I read before. So it's a generic error message. Try updating and reinstalling drivers or look for Windows Update. Also make sure you're running as an admin. Don't think I can have my device manager run as an admin. Right? Like that's...
sharpen your picks, because everyone here is about to get rich.
What the?
Jewels of Ador await those brave enough to seek them. You, all of you, are at the front of a great wave that will sweep through this mine, and then the world.
Huh, I hadn't heard that before. That's funny. I'm just like doing a little bit of troubleshooting on this,
This is your chance, so make your claim now. Never has there been a gemstone like the Jewel of Ador. Its brightness, its glow, its value, enough to make
Alright, so
a
we're gonna
simple
uninstall
miner
it.
such as you and me as rich as a king. Glory of
Yeah, so I uninstalled it and I told it to scan, and it re-shows back up, and like for half a second it looks like it's there correctly, but then it screws up again. Alright, I'll have to go into more things later. Alright, how much of our ship bus we have left? Not very much. How's our timer for our key? Fine. Alright, let's poof back to the boat. We'll redo that. I'll have to look more in details down this line, but a lot of this stuff so far is the same things we already looked at. A lot of the same things we already looked at. Oh man, there's a bunch of Facebook messages here. Nothing super important. Just checking. Cleaning this up, cleaning that up, just trying to multitask everything we can here. Which is a little bit of a misnomer, right? Like, you could think about two things at once, but you can only really do one thing at once. Unless one of those things is like a traveling... Anything else we need before we get started? I don't think so. So let's just key back over. Let's unmute, shall we? Alright, so a couple people wanted to know where Mines of Tethamar was. I don't know if they actually didn't know where that was, or that maybe this quest was a little bit weird, but it's these glowy red rock area and teleport back in. Just gonna verify that Hayden. The unexpected ambush. Oh, technically we go back over here, huh? Sweet, this is the one I actually know. Alright, greetings and salutations everyone. We're back with quest number 2 in the Mine of Tethamar chain, at least according to the lovely NPC lady here. This one is Graveyard Shift. Graveyard Shift. This is the one I actually know the best. Mentioned there's cloaks come out of these quests, and there's a quest called, or a cloak called like Mantle of the Dwarven Commander or something. I really wanted it for a cosmetic, and it drops out of here. And I did an awful lot of digging up this cosmetic, or trying to dig up this cosmetic. I ended up getting lucky and getting on the hardcore server, so don't have to worry about it quite so much now, but I was working it for a while. Alright, we definitely want to be careful. Oh, see, of that. That's exactly why we want to be careful. We
You need to find the way.
made a lot of Reapers here. Alright, what's the other one? The other one's got to be a Carnage Reaper, right? Somebody who wants to come cuddle. Oh, Plague Reaper. Scariest of the Reapers. I don't know why he just never teleported to us. Alright, so we are going to proceed. There's a locked door here we want to go through. We're going to proceed around this direction. Let's see how many of these we can get together in a circle. Got 2. I mean, that's pretty good. I think. Feels good anyway. Half.
Lone female
Half.
gazes into the depths
Alright,
of the
talk to this lovely lady.
When you approach, she looks up.
Now we're ready to unlock the gate and proceed ahead. There's nothing in there, not even a collectible, which is boo-hoo. Should be a collectible in there for sure, at least. These mining iron warbots, or iron golems, are a subtle hint of what is to come. Let's see. Also, let's switch to acid and... I don't know if we want the dumpster fire. I guess we'll try the dumpster fire. So this quest is heavily undead. And as we all know, undead don't care that much about the cold. But they do love being on fire. Warms them to the bone. Even though they made poor Firewall poopy. Oh. Oh, great. Alright, so apparently we're going to end up restarting this quest, so... it's not much better. Unfortunately, this means we're probably also going to have to restart the stream. But, so apparently my OBS broke when I was fiddling around at some point with all of the things, and I didn't realize it. Alright. Let's get out of here. We'll just restart the video. Delete this one. Alright, we're going to have to shut the stream down and restart OBS. So we'll be back in just a second, everybody. This one? Yeah, delete. Back in just a second. So I have to restart DDO when we do that, or it doesn't work. So basically what happens is when that happens is OBS is looking for a DDO window screen of a particular size, and if something happens and it no longer can track that particular window, then it freaks out. So, thank you for letting me know, V-Love. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is time for the second quest in the Mines of Tethamar chain. Graveyard Shift. Oh, reset it. I broke my OBS Well, I was recording the first take, so we had to start over again. Which is awesome, because this first fight up here of oozes had several champs and successfully spawned a couple of Reapers the first time around. So we'll probably get totally crushed by like one ooze this time. Because that is how our luck with recordings work. But we'll see. Alright, I had mentioned in the previous taping about how I'm relatively familiar with this particular quest out of all of them, because a mantle of the Dwarven Commander, I believe, comes out of here, which is a cloak that I actually have wanted for the cosmetic for a long time, and I've run this quest with several people numerous times, and with the idea that they would be there to help me pull the chest. But the infight can be quite hectic, especially if you're like in a Zerg crazy situation and you're just like zerging through the quest. It can be quite hectic. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But it turns out, like, out of the times that I have seen the cloak of the Dwarven, or the mantle of the Dwarven Commander drop out of this quest in somebody else's name, about 100% of the time they pick up the cloak by mistake. Or they take it, and they go, "Oh, is that the thing you were looking for?" Oh, nice. Last time we were in here, we only got 2 of the 4 guys with that circle. 3 out of 4, even better. This run's going much more smoothly than last run. I don't know what could possibly go wrong now. Alright, we need this key. We need to talk to this chick a bunch. Alright, I mentioned this previously, but, you know, obviously new recording, new go through. I also switched to the dumpster fire. I switched us off of the cold damage to the nothing because it reset. I'm going to go ahead and do the acid damage. Are we? No, let's just do the fire damage. We're not going to be fighting any of these golems. So, lots and lots of undead through here. And, you know, dress appropriately, I suppose. They're not super tough. You know, 2,000 is hit points. But if you're cold-based damage like I tend to be, it's not the best for fighting undead. Make that switch. Couple of ambushes here and there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing a fireball and a web and focusing on Reapers can't handle. Oh, I had him and then I clicked past him. This is where I need a different... Oh, we're also going to go ahead and switch rune arms too. Or not rune arms, crossbows also. Why not? Alright, let's see where we are. We want to proceed north. Which seems a little odd because there's nothing to the north except for a shrine. Except at the shrine here is a golem control rune, which we have to activate to be able to fire up these golems. And we need to activate the golems because the golems are going to open up the appropriate path. Super clear? Super clear. So we'll talk about exactly what I mean by that in one moment. But basically, here we go. Basically we want to go this direction. Right? We want to go east. But we can't go through this wall because of reasons. So instead, we're going to go up this hallway until we find a golem. And now that we've activated that rune, we can talk to this golem and say, hey, go break that wall. Why we gave this golem such a limited command is beyond me. This command should be like, hey, take me to the infight, or hey, walk me to this guy. But, you know, each its own. You know what? Circle. 2, 2 of 3. Not bad. Alright, so now the golem is smashed. So now we got a wave of trash undead again. Get as much of them down here as we can in the fire area. Somebody critted. Somebody's still critting. That's like firewalls of old right there. Poor firewall. Start a forum post. It's time to make firewall great again. Alright. So right here, we're going to have a situation where... Huh. Oh, they must have already killed that golem. There's a lot of champs in there. So normally when you come across this room, this trash will be busy fighting this golem. But, yeah, they took him out. Dinner right there. For sure. Normally when I come through here though, I leave this batch of undead alone. Because they'll be busy fighting that golem. They won't even notice me for the most part. And I can just move on. Oh, just the shrine. Earth Elemental. Earth Elemental. I don't know if I can get them close enough together. It looks like I can. 100%. Nice. There's some tough miners. Such little kids. Alright, there's another wall, which means we're going to go up this direction. In this situation, though, the iron golem up here is going to have some trash on it. So we'll have to clear some trash before we get real carried away. But we can start the golem walking. Checking for I was saying only one of the two. Alright, this is where the quest starts to become real. We're not at the end fight yet, but we're definitely on our way. There's a lot of trash in this vicinity here, and it's real easy to alert the quest if you're not careful. Go ahead, take the time, clear on the way, unless you're just like uber at killing undead for days. You will, if you just charge ahead, say you're like running through on a lead or something to farm a cloak, for example. I don't know why anyone would do that, but especially not to turn it into just a cosmetic. But if you're zerging through, realize it's very easy. These groups are right on the verge of going up. Yeah, see, like right there, we didn't even have any trash behind us when we went to green. So imagine if we had that group behind us still, it would easily be in the tier 2, maybe even the tier 3 alert. And then if you step further down this hallway, there are trash mobs all along these ramps. So I've red alerted in there very easily. Where there's red alert, there could be danger. Alright, so now we're going to stand down here at the bottom, and we're just going to have everything come get us. Still not at the end fight, though. Still just almost to the end fight. There we go, we yellow alert. Won't hurt us, but... another firewall slightly further up. That time the firewall worked, or the weird lag worked in our favor, I think. The firewall went up before the animation casted. That's like the first. Now if we can just get it to the spell to go into effect before the mana is cost, then we just don't have to cast the spell, then we're golden. Tabbing around for breakables. I don't know about breakables in this quest. Yeah, we've broken 7 things and don't have a bonus. I honestly don't know if there's much more in the way of breakables in this quest. It is not a particularly large quest to be confused about. I don't think there's any optionals or anything like that that could have a bunch of breakables hiding in it. Checking the rest of that. Alright, so this is the end fight. This thing, there's a lockout point. I think it's up here against this wall. Hi, where'd you come from? Somewhere along this point. A bunch of trash is going to spawn. A Cujo, which is what my guild likes to call them. They are the berserker undead guys. They like to trip you. I think that's one of those 2 guys. I think this one. An earth elemental will appear and a bunch of the regular trash. So, yeah. Also, you can complete the quest just by killing the guy, but the trash doesn't disappear. So we're gonna dancing ball to try to catch the elemental. We're going to web behind us here, try to slow down getting mobbed by trash. He is not that tough. Alright, there's the various undead spawning. 4 negative levels, that's not great. Alright, so you're really quick, and or you don't want to be in the quest anymore, try to throw some webs and stuff. But Chiefs is not a bad ring. And yeah, that's all we need to do to actually complete this quest. We don't have to clear all this trash. Oh no, Nina passed. That's the worst. Alright, D-door and walk out of here. So yeah, that quest actually can be very, very fast if you have a full party just to help knock down the undeads. I mean, you're talking about, what, groups of 8, give or take, with 2,600 hit points apiece on Reaper 1. So it's not too much. It's just a lot of damage to kind of chew through on your crossbow build. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you again really soon. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and I really do appreciate it. Toodles. Whoa. Oh. So sleepy. Skimming Twitter here really quick before we start the next one. So I don't remember where we have to go next. It's like back to the other tunnel. Sorry, just kind of skimming. Skimming the Twitter box. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a ton going on in the old Twitter world right now. A couple of like semi-funny bits, but nothing like relevant or anything to like jump into a conversation with. Which is really what I love about skimming Twitter, is it gives you, almost inevitably, it gives me something to kind of pander on for a couple of minutes. Ooh, the new Chronicle's up. There we go. We can talk about that for a minute. See what we have. Gildernow we knew about. Tomes. Epic Tomes of Learning. Harper. Harper Tree's on sale. If you don't have the Harper Tree, 30% off. Let's see who's in the community spotlights. Allbar put together a solo guide for Vision of Destruction. Sweet. Magefire Cannon is recruiting guild people on Atlantis. Let's see, DDO Kasplat kills a dragon. DDO Stream talks about Bachelor, Brock and Friends, and Brighter Days. Also on Twitch, Pantheon Plus does the impossible. Strimtop drops off a cliffhanger, and Izuku runs an alchemist life. Alright. Over on YouTube, John O runs Lost at Sea on number 4. Kaylin in the Longhouse does some gaming or free gaming. I assume that means they're running through the quest because of the fact that all the things are free. Geek Dragons continue rogue. Mickey runs the high road for blog post. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not the most exciting chronicle of all time, but it is what we got, so we'll take it, I suppose. Alright. Greetings and salutations, everyone. We're back for the third quest in the Mines of Tethanar chain. Records of the Past. Past Records. This one's kind of fun. There's a lot of like side adventure to this one that I don't know that much of, and then I end up basically just every single time taking the shortest possible route that I can find through the quest. So I'll probably do that this go around. I still am kind of hurting from the giant optional that we did a few days ago, but want to lock down this Famine Reaper before I deal with anything else. Throw one of these for the oozes. And then what I kind of want to do is I just want to pick around. As things get a little low, a little smaller, I'm going to start using the negative energy burst to clear the oozes. Because that doesn't split oozes. Unlike a lot of the other effects that I can be using. It is a lot more mana intensive, but rather deal a little bit with a few less Reapers, and I can spend a little bit more mana. Okay, looks good.
The abandoned ruins of Ironvale Deep sprawl through this cavern. The master manifest.
Alright, so this is one of those quests where the darkness can be quite problematic. But I do feel like for most of the quest, it's not that bad. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And now I gotta shoot an ooze down. Probably get all the Reapers now. Oh, looks good. Right, you're gonna notice relay mirrors in various places. We will be going up on the roof in a little bit. But first we gotta turn on the relay mirrors. I think it's that way. Maybe that's the way we go next. Let me gather my bearings here for a minute. Just trying to see up here without having to go all the way down there. Yeah, okay. That's incorrect. We're gonna go this way. There's our relay crystal that we need to power up.
Elemental beings rear up from the molten lava.
Everyone together.
Protecting the statue of Morrigan and the abundant.
Two's gonna be the biggest. Oh, I think we got three. I think we actually managed to get one murder down there. What am I doing? Cold wizard. A cold wizard. Yeah, you're with your nonsense. Maybe this is the wrong way. Never mind. This is incorrect. Must be this way instead. So we have to go up. There's a little fight. I believe there's a shrine along the way. A little fight, and then we're gonna pull a lever that looks like a hammer. Is what we're looking for. Hammer lever.
Gust of cold. An icy breeze wafts down from the landing atop this stairwell.
Here we go. There it is.
This must be the source of the drag. Light pours into the chamber.
So there's quite a bit of more quest here that I just don't know that much about. So normally on these kind of things I'd go wandering, but not this day. Not yet, I guess. I thought I would line it up before we pulled the hammer lever, but so be it. Put the hammer down! I'd always be really careful when you're playing with these relays. Some percentage of the time they do burn. There we go. I don't think it always burns every time, but of course we have, I guess, the most famous clip of people playing DDO watching Strimtom murder his compatriot on the hardcore server with a laser. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look around a little bit, you'll find it. Oh, can I not jump up here? There we go. I thought I could. Alright, now we're going to get back on this side. A lot of people will turn on these levers in advance, and that is a good option for a lot of people. Sometimes, though, I don't always remember where I'm putting these levers at. Alright, so here we're powering up this crystal, and then when we power up the crystal we can work the puzzle, but we can't work the puzzle until after this crystal is powered. Alright, now we want to light both of these crystals, preferably without lighting those red things. So just to give us a little bit of extra leniency here, I'm going to turn it so they're not currently defaulted to that. And then we know that we're going to go up to this T and kind of solve both directions. So, boink, 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 da 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 da. There we go. We got to take the longest possible path. It's not abnormal. And then so this guy will go this way, and then down, and probably into this because for good reasons. We'll do that one. There we go. Boink. Alright, now this hallway opens. Don't work too far off of the path that you've already been. There are monsters around that you haven't engaged in these various side tunnels and stuff. Like, you may have noticed when we were up top that there was a pile of rust monsters right over there. You may not have noticed that, but there was. So keep an eye out on the any path that you may have already not walked up and down. That their monsters will be. They do like to hide all over this little drow city. Should have been more prepared when that door opened, but thought I had a little bit of a walk through here. Check our buffs. Don't actually look too bad. Another Plague Reaper. Shrine is clear. Not that we are really in the need of it at the moment. Ooh, mushroom. Yes, please. More batches, scummy guys. Circle here, I guess. Is that 4 dudes, including a caster? Alright. That leaves us with the 1 priestess and the 1 ritualist. As for casters, reasonable. Alright. I'm not 100% sure what this giant spider thing will take or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to some different items here. And before we actually activate this infight, I want to take a second and kind of clean some of these side alcoves, if I can. So the monsters will come in from the side when you start the infight. So if you have cleared some of the trash, a little less nonsense for you to get clinged by. I'm going to need you to throw that heal sooner than nope. Bad feeling here that she's gonna croak. Yep. She was busy fighting a monster that I did not foresee. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come around the way just a little bit. We'll gibbers back up. I'm less worried about dying on Samus than I am on some of the other things here. We'll see if we can't clear a path and then also raise our... I think we can knock this all out in that 50 seconds. Although we got tripped. Are we going to die again? Oh, don't... Oh, we did. A rip. This infight can be tough, I guess, huh? I don't think there's a shrine around here that we can possibly reach. We'd have to cake. I don't want a cake. Let's double check, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in this infight area except for monsters. The shrine was before. Maybe I just should have detoured. Live and learn, I guess. Alright. Still have our free cake from their gift. Nope. Alright, well then. Never mind. We'll do this one again. That sucked. But on the plus side, we've reviewed the quest area, I guess, right? So shouldn't be that bad to get to there. Alright, that was this one. Greetings and salutations, every. Yep. Delete. I want to wait till my day resets. Alright, Chieftain. What? Is it I before E? It is I before E. Stupid English. Alright, so this one is the exact same. Exact same. Alright, I don't need two.
I wonder what you'll pick. So many choices.
And then we have Arc Rocket. This one's Mythic 2. This one is not. Double Commander. I don't think I have these boots. We don't have those. Poly Dagger. Pretty sure I don't have that either. No, I don't have that. Day is reset now, so we could probably get moving again, but what? Oh, that's the. I'm gonna go in the trash. This one can get eaten. So a little bit of a, I don't know, early easy hint for your first sentient slot or whatever. These gems that you can get from the Explorer Zones, the 6 different Explorer Zones to get into, I forget what the name of the quest is now. Stealer of Souls. You can get them in Giant Hold and the desert and various places. You can feed them. They're only 13 experience points, but if you're like running around the Explorer Zone for some reason and you get Kinetic Sphere. This I was going to give to Nathan, but I don't think I care anymore. I don't think Nathan's coming back. At least not while he's working. But anyway, you can, oh, these mummy, man, there's still more things that I didn't deal with. What is that for? Does everyone have it, or is it a VIP thing? What are you talking about? The sentient gem stuff that I was just doing? This? So at level 20 items plus, a lot of them have the ability to become sentient. You'll get like a jewel they gave out one for everybody for the dragon. They gave everyone an anniversary code. Let me pull up the wiki. Sentient weapon. Alright, if you punch in Happy 14 as a code, yeah, I was just looking it up, you'll get a Sentient Jewel of the Dragon. That's probably the easiest one to get your hands on. But you can also, like, if you do the Party Favor turn in, you can get the Gem of the Kobold. If you get to level 20, and can go out to the excuse me one second. What did I say? Level 20 and go to Ravenloft Explorer area. That guy who gives you a weapon, he'll give you a level 28 weapon, and then you talk to him again. He'll give you an option of 3 different sentient gems. They also drop in White Plume Mountain, and there is one from the Curse of Strahd raid. Also looks like you can get there's one that comes from the Ravenloft saga only, and another one that is a Vishanti Totem Turn-In, which I believe is also a Ravenloft thing. So anyway, you take the gem, you shove it into a weapon that says it'll take sentience. That's pretty much not every single weapon over level 20, but a lot of them will. See, it'll, like at the very top, it'll say sentience. You should definitely buy Ravenloft. Just keep in mind that they typically do summer sales in DDO during like the month of July, I think. And you can usually get that kind of stuff for usually half price or at least a reasonable deal. Alright, I think I'm going to bio really quickly here. I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Actually a little chilly too. Grab my blankie. I'm gonna blame everything on that death besides my play skill. I was cold, I'm hungry, my head hurts, I had to potty. That's right. Also, sometimes I guess I'm not very good at playing DDO. Alright. Alright, let's do this again. We'll give this one another shot, and unfortunately, it'll probably be the last thing we have a chance to do this afternoon. My wife let me know that the hardware store called her, and my floor is in, so I need to go get it. I need to go pick up some shrink wrap. I gotta send out some arena messages. Arena, of course, is the thing I do for my local LGS. It's called the Arena. My local game store. So, if you happen to play the Arena, aka Magic, on the Magic the Gathering tool called the Arena, and you don't have an LGS to like get the Friday codes from, for doing the Friday Magics on the Arena, let me know, and I will, each week, and I'll start, I'll be happy to send you a code. If you play Magic the Gathering, the Arena, that way, anyway. Oh, itchy. Alright. Records of the Past. This is our second time, I guess, for this one, right? Number 2. Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time once again for another Road Least Traveled video. We're doing Records of the Past, the third quest in the Mines at Tethamar chain, and we're going to put this out on Front Street. We got wrecked right before the end fight. So you're going to get to see the quest refilled in on the map, and it'll be semi-fresh in my mind. So maybe we'll even remember ambushes and things and the direct path around. But we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. I give it a 4% chance that I actually know what I'm doing. Alright, let's go. There's quite a few like spiders at the beginning and oozes at the beginning. Let's see if I can. No, either way, they're gonna be here, right? Yeah, all these oozes. Just drag these oozes with us for a minute. Should be another batch of oozes or something in this vicinity, I thought. Maybe not.
The master manifest could be anywhere within its maze-like halls.
Alright. What we're doing is... hoping these oozes will leave us alone if they get to a spot they can't reach us. We're going to run, I believe, this direction. What we're looking for is a hammer lever that will activate the laser beam. There we go. Activate laser beams for, so we can start doing a mirror puzzle. Of course. Really don't have to shoot any of this junk. Alright. Negative energy spells do not split oozes. Ooh, where did you come from? You're gross. So if you get in a weird spot with a bunch of oozes, you can negative energy burst or some of the other spells to kind of kill them without splitting them. I guess I'm just not going to worry about it. Split oozes for days now. I'm tired of being chased by this ooze. Thought I could get far enough away that it would get tired and go home. Doesn't look like that's the case. First time through here, I think we split this ooze into like 3 Reapers. Or these 2 oozes and a bunch of Reapers. I just didn't want to deal with it. That is a disadvantage of having to record a second video because you get wrecked. You're just like, oh, I already did this part of the quest. I'm not doing it again. Pardon me 1 second. Okay, we're going up here up this giant stairway. Just be a little cautious of this spot. It's hard sometimes to see, and there's a side tunnel that leads off into unnecessary questing. I guess it's not necessarily unfun questing, but questing that you don't strictly have to navigate to do the quest.
This must be the source of the draft. Light pours into the chamber.
So we're gonna
from a
pull the
shaft
lever hammer.
illuminating a
Hammer
large
lever.
relay crystal.
We're gonna carefully navigate our way through this relay mirror without getting disintegrated.
Into brilliant
Always be careful with playing with the relay mirrors, particularly in places where death is significant. Call out that you're playing with the laser mirrors, stuff like that. Try not to jump through them. Try not to jump over them. You can kill yourself. You can kill others. Playing with those laser mirrors. So, and playing with the laser, just have a care. Alright, so now that we've activated the laser here, the laser mirrors, we're going to go back to that first big room that we were in. And you're going to notice that this thing shoots a laser off this direction. And we are going to solve... Come on. Come on. There's a handful of spices that you can jump up here. There we go. This is one of them. Let's just turn this one first. Arch. Arch. I don't know if this is less... I mean, it's the same amount of turning, but it should be less danger. I'm not sure what this, there's a crystal over there, probably some sort of optional involved, but this run through we're not going to play too deeply, aka at all, with that. I do want to point out really quickly here that in the various side areas, unfortunately we're going to have to kill these guys after all. I was trying to say that if you're careful, you can avoid various monsters like to the sides. Later on in the quest, we will need to clear out mobs in the side areas. But if you kind of stick to your path, come on, I guess we're gonna kill these rust monsters. If you're careful, you can kind of stick to a walking path. You don't have to worry about trash coming into the middle and getting you. Alright, so we want to light both of these crystals at the same time. There's a little puzzle. Right here's a T. It's not a particularly difficult puzzle. Unless you're Tobrel, in which case then you might as well just get some popcorn and wait, right? He's not here to defend himself, so shouldn't make fun. I do, because I care, but you shouldn't. Alright, so we lit the puzzles. Try to avoid lighting the red puzzles. I took a second and I spun them around just to be on the safe side. Alright, this door will open. There's a nasty little ambush down here, so be ready for that. again, the advantage of literally having just put up with the quest is that I semi-remember now. I think it's a little bit more than I would had I had not done this the first time through. The first time through, I was taken by surprise by a couple of these ambushes, I think. And by I think, I mean, again, remember I did get completely wrecked right before the end fight. So that was a pretty big surprise. Nice. Opposite of nice. Highland got wrecked. Not even sure really by what. Maybe these Cone of Cold or Polar Rays. Actually, I thought they were webs. I'm like, what's shooting the web line trips at us? But they're probably those Polar Rays actually. I've said this in other videos as well as other live streams, but if you have the resources to buff your hirelings a little bit, I'm just gonna eat these. I'm gonna shrine here in a second, I believe. If you have the resources to support your hirelings, if you're going to use hirelings in the quest, as more than just run away and cast heal or whatever buff on you. Go ahead and take a second and buff them up a little. It really does add a lot of functionality and usability to them if they get things, especially like fire resist in a room with a lot of fire elementals or that kind of thing. Remember, if you're hot, they're hot. Bring them inside. Yeah. Alright, so we cleared this fight. This corridor transitioned us into the in-fight area. It's not strictly the in-fight, but it is that vicinity of where the in-fight's at. So I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to throw a couple of buffs on our helper here. I honestly don't remember what was killing her the most, but we're going to throw a cold resist and a acid. Not really that concerned about some of the other stuff, but throw it anyway, why not? Like, what else am I using my mana for? Nothing really, so. And as long as we complete the quest, it was worth it. Alright. So I want to make sure that I have a Death Ward running. I feel like that hit us a little bit last time. We were not ready for that. And I mentioned that monsters are in the side tunnels, right? I talked about that. Well, basically that's what happened. I went to start cleaning these side tunnels, and I pulled too much. So we're going to do our best to be a little more careful this time. See if we can just get one of these rooms first, and then deal with the other side. Yeah, see, no, they're coming. So I'm gonna lay down the crowd control like crazy. I also summoned my hireling possibly a little early, thinking that it would help keep me alive. I think I'm gonna do it again. Summon her here and try to get some heals out of her. But it's very likely that something here is hitting for a lot of light damage. There's nothing much I can do about that. Yeah, I want her as far back in this corner in relative safety that I can get her in. But I want to go around and I want to clear a little bit of these side tunnels just to make sure that I'm not going to get additional ambush here when I start this fight. I just want to check them out, make sure that they're clear. Because if not, you'll be dealing with the infight and all this trash. And I don't want that. The infight itself is not that bad, but you add in all this trash that you didn't clean up and it can become a challenging fight. Especially by yourself. In a group, maybe less of a problem, but... Alright, I think I can have her hide all the way over here. I'm going to drink a potion just to clear my dot while she's getting off timer. Alright, I think we look pretty good for this corner. I am going to go ahead and check this other side as well before going.
A drow kneels in a magic circle, a weathered tome by his side.
I think there should. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I think there'll be another batch of like 3 over here.
Will never have till I am alive. The drow shouts as its power flows into a powerful summoning spell.
Alright. Infight's ready to go. Yeah, looks like it's taking the cold. Damage is not too bad. Again, like I said, this is actually not that tough of a fight right here. Unless you are also getting pulled in by, you know, all this side trash that comes out of nowhere to get you. And this guy also pretty easy. So yeah, I don't know. I think previously, again, not to overstress, the side tunnel trash can be quite challenging. So take a second, clean it out. As you can see, because of that, this infight was very, very easy. It was not a big deal at all, I don't think. But is there anything special in this quest? Yeah, it's fine. Let me clean up the book here to finish it up. But it could go on really bad. Literally, this fight right here that you saw me do a little bit ago, I thought I was far enough away from these guys and try to just pull from here. Basically got locked in to this little tunnel. Summoned my hireling back here like once I finally got loose like I did previously, and just she got wrecked, I got wrecked. So these side tunnels can be quite challenging, just consider that. Alright everybody, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and follow buttons. I do appreciate it. We are trying to grow our YouTube channel this year. It really does make a big difference. And at the same time, we're also always looking to grow our twitch.tv/SamusGaRobo channel. We live stream there every day. That's the best way if you'd like to interact with us live in the chat. While requesting, we would love to have you. Hopefully we'll see you guys real soon. Next quest will be the capstone here, right? I think so. I think it's the capstone. Alright, have a good night everyone. Toodles. Alright, and for those of you actually watching the live stream, I appreciate you as always. But I do have to run to the various stores here, unfortunately. Got a bunch of things I need to take care of today. I did start late, I fully admit that. I will do my best to try and... what's in here? Spirit Binder, customer. Oh, it's just a tavern. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know there's a tavern in here. Makes sense though, right? Dwarves are mining. Dwarves need drinks. Also, who keeps ox underground? You'd think you get methane poisoning. Oh! What do you have? Thieves' tools. Components. Yeah, nothing that fancy. But anyway, like I was saying, I gotta run, pick up some stuff. But I'll do my best to kind of come back a little bit early. If I get my way, it might happen today. It may not happen today. I'm not sure yet. One, we'll try to get the microphone fixed or the camera fixed. Sometime I'll work on it. Today and maybe tomorrow. Try to get it going. And I'll try to, like I said, I do plan on coming back and streaming some more tonight. But if I get my way, what I'd like to do, and I don't know if this is going to happen, but what I'd like to do is get the wife down here to teach me one of the games on the Switch. There's a game called Fortune Street that my wife and my son both play a lot of. It's kind of like a Super Monopoly. And they keep asking me to play with them, but I'm not sure if I want to jump in with both feet, with both of them cutthroats just tearing into me. So we might try having her teach me how to play with an easy game, so she can wreck me. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful evening, afternoon, daytime, whatever you have. I do appreciate you being here. I realize that I did start late, and I apologize, but that's how it goes. Remember, normally on Fridays I would not be here, but because of the lockdown, I will be. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon. Toodles.